Okay, guys, listen up, please. Listen up. Now, today is where our title defense begins. Now, we've got some new faces in the dressing room. And, well, I need you guys to hit the ground running for me. Some of you have cost a lot of money, and I really do need you to work out. Looking at you there, Conan Ong. I need you to bang those goals in for me. No pressure or anything. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South. It is Season 8, Episode 1 today, and we get our Premiership defence underway against St Mirren and Livingston. So 2 games, hopefully, we'd be able to win. And we'll have, as we always do, have a quick look at where we stand as a club coming into the new season. So we can see that we are a professional club, obviously, 3.5-star reputation, squad determination, personality or determined personality. We are in the Champions League in the group stage, of course, as winners of the league. I am the manager. Our captain is Andrew Walker for this season, and a very good captain he is proving to be as well. Our vice captain is Omar Bermudez, who is, of course, club trained now as well, though he is injured, so we'll miss possibly both of today's games. Our key player is one of the new players. It is the new goalkeeper, Joe Bursick, after Santizo was so ruthlessly snatched away from us with a release fee. And the hot prospect is one of our own. It is the winger, Gary Turpey. So let's hope he lives up to his potential, and that'll be another club-trained player that we can use in the first team. So that is everything there. In terms of facilities, a little bit happened, didn't it, over the summer. We are expanding the stadium. So that should mean we'll be able to host our own European games as of next season. So that's excellent. We're at Motherwell's home ground for this season while that work is done. We have excellent training facilities. We have good youth facilities. We have exceptional junior coaching and recruitment. So hopefully we'll start to see the benefit of that in future seasons. And the finances, that is all looking very good. Now, of course, transfer window is still open despite the fact that the transfer special is done. 25 million we have to spend, and we have about 25 grand a week we could spend as well. So there is money there to get in a player, a good player if we want to. I don't want to go and sign someone just for the sake of it, though. I want to make sure that if we're getting somebody in, that it's the right player for us to get in. In terms of the club vision, well, we can see everything here. We haven't done anything as of yet, so obviously nothing is had a chance. They're all reserving judgment, basically. If we have a look at competition to see what we're expected to do, the board expects a top half finish in the Premiership. I want to defend our title, an absolute minimum. We want to be looking to come second. Champions League, they want us to be competitive. We've already done that. We're in the group stage. Reached the final of the 2 cups. I mean, it's going to be a little bit draw dependent, isn't it? But hopefully we'll be able to, go on some good cup runs. And if you go and have a quick look at the Scottish Championship season, the season preview would suggest that we are 4th favourites behind Ross County. Now, Ross County did have a tycoon takeover, which is why they are where they are. But we've not really seen anything from them, to be honest, to suggest that, they were bottom half last season, weren't they? So, yeah, that is what it is. You'll see here new managers. Celtic have a new manager. This is him here. We'll wait and see what he does. He's come from Amiens, is it? From France. He's basically managed in France, it looks like. Since 2024. We're now 2020. So the last 4 years he's been managing in France. So we'll see how he gets on. Hopefully not very well. You can see the media dream team there. We have 2 players. Our new goalkeeper and Bursick is there, as is our new striker Ong. And if we look at the key players, Bursick and Ong are right up there as well. It's good to see both our key players are ahead of both of Rangers' key players, so that's potentially a good thing. And we can see everybody else there going down as to who are expected to be the key players for each of the teams. And so that is that. Now, one other thing we've got to do is catch you up on the goal you voted as our goal of the season last season. So let's go and have a look at that now. And this is it here. It was against St Mirren. It was the Bakir Suljic strike. It's a good one. And in off the underside of the crossbar is always a nice little bonus, isn't it? So there we go. Thank you to everybody who voted. And that is our goal of the season for last season. Now, there's not too much to catch up on here, as I said. So I think we might as well just go and get this league season underway. So here are the opening day fixtures. We host St Mirren. It's as good as we could have hoped for. Opening day, though, Rangers versus Celtic. That's a baptism of fire for the season, isn't it? We're expecting a 4 1-4-1 formation, maybe. I think you'd probably describe that. And this is the team we're sending out. We've got Bursic making his debut in goal. We've got, we should have a look at all attributes, shouldn't we? So that's Bursic there. Very, very decent goalkeeper for us. Hopefully he looks good, doesn't he? Varela will be the left back for this one. We're going to have Walker, the club captain. He's going to partner Bernard in defence. Now, Leshy is suspended for this one, so there was a very easy decision to be made there. Ayrton will be the right back. He's, of course, on loan again this season. Another debutant in midfield in Mashage. He has come in on a free transfer as I attempt to replace Paredes. Bayless will be the box-to-box man. If we go over, we have got Duque as an inverted winger. We've got Ibarra as the number 10, and we have got McLean there as another inverted winger, and up front it is the £11 million man, Conan Ong. I think I kept calling him Connor Ong last episode, but Conan Ong is definitely the name. He's a wonder kid. Let's hope he can bang in some wonder goals. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there as we have our first home game at Fir Park. A couple of names I recognise there, but hopefully no one will give us too much trouble. First game of the season, stick to the plan, we'll be fine. Let's go with that, and we'll pump our fists, we'll get out there, and hopefully get this total defence off to a cracking start. And here we go. Always exciting to start a new season, isn't it? I don't know how far Motherwell is from Dumfries. Hopefully not too far for the fans' sake. McLean with a ball into Walker. It's off the crossbar. It's still bouncing around in there. But it is cleared away, and we are denied what would have been the perfect start, really. Let's give them some encouragement. And we will hopefully be able to mix up the starting 11s for a little bit for the next game. Duque, has he got an injury? He has. Okay, so that will mean Eddie Johnson coming on for him. We don't need to be risking injuries this early in the season. The big benefit we have, of course, to being straight into the Champions League group stage is we don't have to worry about qualifying. We can concentrate on the league, and that's obviously a good thing for us. Eddie Johnson! Oh, he's hit the crossbar again. Well, we've hit the crossbar again. Eddie Johnson hits it for the first time. So there's promising signs there. We look as though we're capable of scoring. What we haven't done yet is score. Now McLean, who scored a wonderful free kick against Celtic last season. It's just as good. He's done it again. Alan McLean gives us the lead. It's his first goal of the season, obviously. And it is 1-0 to Queen of the South. Let's have another look at this. Oh, he's good, isn't he? Really, really good free kick. And that is 1-0 to the good guys. Let's give him some praise. We haven't seen much of Connor Wong yet. Conan Wong even. Haven't seen much of Mashade. McLean with another free kick. It's not his best work. And what's going to become of this highlight then? Ball forward. We should win that. We do. Forward there for Bayless. Across to Varela. Ibarra to Bayless. There's a good ball for Eddie Johnson. Eddie Johnson's in. Eddie Johnson scores. He's offside though. The linesman's got his flag up. I don't think we have VAR, do we? No. How close was it? Oh, he's just drifted, hasn't he? Just gone a fraction early. Slightly unlucky. Possibly needs to do a little bit better there, though, doesn't he, to keep himself on side. We've got another free kick, it looks like. It's McLean. McLean, it's a good one to Eddie Johnson. He's onside this time, is he? No, he's not. He's offside again. Somebody teach Eddie the offside rule, please. Ong is a mile off as well. He could do... Oh. There's not much in that, is there? I thought he was onside, I'll be honest. But... there you go. Let's give them some praise. Bernard with a free kick. Goes short for Ayrton. Mashage. Mashage? How are we going to say that? Let's go with Mashagi. Mashagi? Alright. McLean. Back to Varela. Walker. To Bernard. To Mashagi. Ong. There's a nice little ball there. Oh, it's a good ball for Eddie Johnson as well. Can he pull it back for Conan Ong? It's bouncing around in there. It could easily be 4, couldn't it? 3 or 4-0, but it's not. It's 1-0, and it's still very much an even game. Or a game on edge, I should say, rather than an even game. We definitely look to be the better side here. As you would expect, let's be honest. McLean with a corner. Can we get the second goal before half-time? He goes back post. Walker's there for a tap-in. And if that counts, we have doubled our lead. 5 minutes before half-time, no less than we deserve. And it is the captain, Andrew Walker, the Queen's favourite, of course, that gets the goal. Was it Bernard with the header at the back post? Really good header down, wasn't it? And, well, that is all looking very, very nice indeed. And could we dream of a third? McLean, it's headed away. Eddie Johnson will pick it up. Back to McLean. Whips it. Oh, that's a cracking ball. And Conan Ong has his first Queen of the South goal. No, he doesn't. It's been ruled out. Tell you what. I think the Glasgow teams may have... well, it's a mile offside. Let's not... let's put our conspiracy theories to one side. But 3 disallowed goals. Has the old firm decided to stop this little run of ours. But 2-0 at half-time. Let's... we don't want any complacency here, please, guys. We'll pump our fists, go out there and prove it. And we might look to give a debut to this left-back, Van der Molen. And we might look to give some game time to the youngster, Turpie. But we'll wait and see how this half gets underway. We've got a corner to defend here. Ayrton gets his head to it. Ibarra is there. Ibarra gets it forward, looking for Eddie Johnson. And it's just ever so slightly overhit. But what becomes of this highlight? Can we win that? We should be able to. Bursic gets it wide there for Varela. To McLean. It's there for Bayliss. Bayliss back to Varela. Ball forward for Ong. Ong, oh, what a wonderful touch. Good ball as well. It's a penalty. Well, what about the build-up play there from Conan Ong? That was a little bit special. It's going to be Ibarra with a chance from the penalty spot now. This would all but seal it at 3-0. Ibarra, oh, straight through the goalkeeper. And that is, as I say, 3-0. A first goal of the season for Ibarra. And this has been a very, very decent way to start the season for us, hasn't it? Not the greatest goalkeeper. It looks like he fell into the ground almost. Alright, let's give it to, say, the 60-something minute. Rangers 2-0 up over Celtic, so the new Celtic boss not getting a great start. I saw that Ange Postecoglou got Scottish Manager of the Year, which is obviously on a personal note very good, because I do like Ange since his time at the Socceroos. Has he kind of won over everybody in Scotland now? Because I remember when he came in, a lot of guys on the Discord were sort of saying, no, he's got too much to do, but I personally am not surprised, because I think he's a really, really good manager. And I would love to have him at Aston Villa if Steven Gerrard doesn't work out. But yeah, just wondering if anybody, you know, the fact that we're playing in Scotland here, where there might be a few Scots watching, you know, has he won everybody over there? All right. Let's see if we can get another goal here, a fourth, trying, you know, goal difference. 4-0 Rangers are beating Celtic. They'll sack that manager before that game's even done, won't they? I mean, you could probably, could you as a Celtic manager just about lose your first game in charge away to Rangers? But you can't lose at 4-0 as Bursic does a decent enough job there. Van der Molen, maybe not the best. Let's see what he can do with the ball at his feet here. It's there for Bayliss. Back to Van der Molen. Ibarra, Bayliss, Van der Molen. Turpie's trying to make a run forward, but just can't quite get on the same wavelength as those on the ball. There's a good ball for Conan Ong. Ong! Oh, that's stunning. Conan Ong. It's a second goal, it says, though I'm sure the first one was ruled out. But it is a wonderful finish. He scored on his debut. And that's looking like £11 million. Very, very well spent indeed. It's Bayliss with the ball over the top. Good first touch. Goalkeeper's doing Pilates, I think. But anyway, that's fine. And it is 4-0. And we've got another highlight. Walker there for Bayliss. To Van der Molen. Back to Bayliss. Here we go now with the youngster Turpie. We do, of course, have another young winger that came through the academy in Damien Allmark. They're the same age, obviously, so 17. I'm not 100% sure what we do with them because it's difficult to give them both game time. We did have Allmark out on loan last season in the championship, and he played a lot, which is good. So ideally, I'd like to do something similar this season, I think, because we need to have as many club-trained players as we can. Mashage, it's there for... Oh, it's a good ball. Ong! Oh, Connor Ong. I'm just going to call him Connor Ong, because it's in my head he's Connor Ong. It's 5-0. He's got himself a second. And... Well, these are the sorts of games, at times, we've struggled with, you know, to actually get a good, solid win. But not at all here. Good ball from Ibarra. Ibarra is a number 10. I think it was Gary Turpie in the comments saying that we shouldn't use him there. But I just think he's got really good vision. Really good vision and passing. And I just think in that little hole that we can see there, that's the sort of thing I'm looking for him to do rather than... So it's a slightly different number 10 role than sometimes I use. But I just wonder if that might be, you know, if he might actually benefit us playing in that role. Particularly if we have someone like Conan Ong up top, who can you know, make the runs and put the chances away. Oh, we've lost our clean sheet. In the 90th minute, we've lost our clean sheet. That's a little bit frustrating. It's the first we've seen of them all game, really, isn't it? And Ayrton just clocked off maybe for a second. If we're being fair, it's a good ball in, isn't it? And there's just no one there to defend it. Let's just give it a focus. Ball in. Can we make them pay for that? Or are we going to fall in a heap late on here? That would be disappointing to do that, wouldn't it? Walker has it to Van der Molen. Here we go. Good ball for Ong. Can he get a hat-trick on Deboo? He might be offside. It says it's his fourth. I don't think it's his fourth. I think that's... He has got a hat-trick on Deboo anyway. That's how you introduce yourself to the fans. It's 6-1. And, well, you can't say much more about it, can you? What a start. What a finish. And it's 6-1 on the opening day of the season. And that is what you like to see. All right, wonderful start. A nice way to introduce ourselves to Fir Park as well. Now this is very much, yeah, we need to move on and not allow ourselves to be too comfortable. That's very much what we need to do. It's easy to get carried away opening day when you do that, isn't it? So there we go. We stay top of the league. We start the season where we finished it last season. Celtic 4-0 loss on the opening game. That is genuinely shocking, isn't it? The Duque injury is fine. It's a bruised ankle. Ong, spectacular on Deboo. And, well, we may have signed ourselves a very, very good... Now, did I have... Let's not have another Santizo moment. Do we have a release fee? No, we don't. So he's ours until we decide he's not ours anymore. We're paying him 34 grand a week. And on that performance, he's worth every penny of that, isn't he? Guys, wait right there. We'll be back for our second game away from home against Livingston. Okay, welcome back. Now we have a little bit of bad news in between the two games here, and that is that Van der Molen has broken his foot. So he's out for 4 months, which isn't ideal considering we loaned him in to get a look if we want to try and sign him permanently. And yeah, so he's going to be missing. So that left us short at left back. So we had to go and sign somebody else because he was we only really had two left backs, and he was one of those two. So in has come. On loan from Brighton, I think it was, Robert Witham. He is a 19-year-old promising fullback. You can see we're paying a little bit of... He's not on much in terms of wages anyway. This is what we've got. Is he? He's about the same, to be honest. He's about the same as the other guy, just a little bit more expensive. But that's okay. That's okay. He'll be in to do our backup work at left back, and he should be able to do that, you know, adequately enough, I would imagine. Well, let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here against Livingston. We're expecting a defensive 4-3-3 from them, and this is the team we're sending out. It is Bursic in goal, Varela, Walker, Bernard, and Ayrton, Mashaga, and Mashagi, Bayless, Duque, who is fit again after his bruised ankle, Ibarra, McLean, and Ong. Couple of changes with Witham coming into the bench along with Johnny Angus. We, of course, had Eddie Johnson on the bench last time. This time, it'll be Angus. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. No names. Oh, this is the goalkeeper we had for a bit, wasn't it? That we sent him off to France. But yeah, I don't recognise too many names there that we've had anyway. There's a few names there I recognise. I think stick to the game plan will be fine. This is a bit of a danger game away from home after such a good performance in the first game. You know, it would be easy to be complacent in this one. So Hopefully that's not going to be the case because, well, you get the feeling Rangers might be a decent side, but maybe, maybe they could fall guilty to some complacency. But we've done well here from the kickoff. We've won possession back. And, well, let's just see where this takes us. Bayliss on the ball now. Gets it wide there for McLean. Back to Bayliss. The next game after this is Partick Thistle in the Betfred. So that's a game where we can do sort of a heavy rotation, which is what we will do. And then we've got Celtic in the league after that. Ayrton with a cross into the back post. It's headed away. Varela is there to Bayliss. Bayliss to Mashagi. Oh, that's stunning. Will go Mashagi. And it is 1-0 inside a minute. And I tell you what, not bad from a defensive midfielder, is it? What a strike. And that'll be one we see again at the end of season highlights, I would imagine. No one's picking him up and didn't even take a touch. Absolute rocket into the back of the net. 1-0. And no signs of complacency there, is there? Let's hope that continues. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the squad that we have. I know there was some comments last episode that squad depth is maybe not what it could be. And I think that's always going to be the case. You'd always like to think that we could, you want a sort of a little bit better play here as backup and whatnot. But I think realistically, Duque with a cross-field ball there for McLean. Ball in for Ong and Connor Ong. Oh, this is absolutely wonderful. Conan Ong with a 4th of the season. And, well, he's scoring for fun. We're scoring for fun, and it's 2-0 inside 10 minutes. I think the issue that we do kind of have, and you saw it at the start there with the wage budget, because we have Ong and Bursik are both on 30-odd grand a week each. So that's 60 grand a week, which is a lot of money for, we have 300 grand, which is a lot compared to what we had, obviously, when we took over. But at this level, it's not that much. So to get lots and lots of good squad depth in, we just really can't afford it. We could obviously move transfer budget into wages, which is something that if the right player comes along, as I've said many times, I will go and sign them for us. But I'm just a little bit conscious of the fact we have a lot of young players as well. So games in the league, Rangers and Celtic aside, as Ibarra gets a deep ball in and easy for the goalkeeper in the end. Yeah, with Rangers and Celtic aside, maybe the two Edinburgh teams, our young players should be good enough to get a result against them, against most of the league. I'm not sure if Ong's on side, but if he is, he's gone a fancy chip and hit the post. The likes of Turpie should be good enough to come in, play left wing, and get a result against, say, Livingston, for example. So, yeah, that's my thinking anyway. If we can start and get ourselves in a position where we're qualifying regularly for the Champions League group stage, particularly if it's, if we're winning the league and getting there automatically, another 2 years of that, and then I think we will be in a position where we can almost gamble on wages a little bit. I just don't quite feel comfortable doing that yet. And of course, the other thing too is the stadium expansion. If we can start and get bigger crowds regularly, then that's going to obviously mean we have more income coming in. And I always think the stadium size and your average attendance, that really determines the wages you can pay, because that's sort of your regular income. Obviously, a team of our stature, most of our money is going to come through sort of transfer profit and European money, but it's that regular income from gate receipts, I think, that'll allow us to what was I saying? Allow us to get those higher wages in, or more of those higher wages in. So we're going to make a couple of changes at 2-0. I'm going to give Harding a game for Bayliss. We're going to give Turpie some more game time for McLean. And actually, you know what we might do? Duguay's not having his greatest game. So if we undo the Turpie sub, and let's try some out-and-out wingers on both sides. And we'll keep a sub up our sleeve, I think, just in case we need it. But obviously having one game a week to start things off is very, very nice indeed, because we don't have to worry about any sort of match fatigue. There's no sort of forced rotation. We've got some defending to do here, though. We don't really want it to get back to 2-1. That is exactly what has happened. No, the linesman's flag has saved us there. The other change we might do, let's take Ibarra off for Angus. And he is reasonably comfortably offside there. And we're maybe just a little bit guilty here of resting on our laurels as we give the ball away there again. And Bernard has missed it, but he's going to get a second chance at this. And I just would like to tell him to focus here, I think. We're just in danger of letting this slip away. McLean tries to turn into space, gets a cross-field pass there for Turpey. Nods it down for Harding. Harding to Ong, back to Turpey. Gary Turpey, can he pull it back? Ong's there. McLean's coming in. It's Conan Ong. And he's a goal-scoring machine. He already has 5 this season. And we just may have signed the difference maker there. Only young, of course, as well at 20. He could be our striker up there easily for the next 10 seasons, couldn't he? We don't have a release fee. The issue, of course, will be if someone comes along that is a bigger fish. Hopefully that won't be the case. And we'll be able to enjoy Conan Ong up there for the foreseeable. But 3-0 away from home is a very, very nice backup to that opening day win. McLean with the ball in. Bernard hits the crossbar. And that'll be a goal kick. But 17 shots, 10 on target, 3 in the back of the net. I think we can be very, very pleased with this as an afternoon's work. Can we go and get a 4th goal? Let's see what becomes of this highlight. Can Ayrton go and win that back? No, he can't. Bernard's there, though. He sweeps in. Walker. Now, we've used our subs, haven't we? Walker's got a bit of an injury. Hopefully nothing too serious. Mashagi can drop back in. He is just as comfortable at centre-back as he is as a defensive midfielder. But having used up our subs, we'll just hope it's okay because we're in stoppage time now anyway. He seems to be moving okay, doesn't he? Sometimes you see them when they get a knock there and they're really sort of dragging a leg. There's a good pass for Turpey. Can Turpey get himself a goal? No, it goes into the fans behind the goal. But yeah, I think this is very, very promising indeed. Excellent start to the season. And we'll say that was good. Yeah, very well done. So there we go. 2 games in. We are top. Celtic have won. Rangers have only played 1 game. So you would imagine there's a very good chance that they'll join ourselves and Hearts up there on 6 points. But with the sort of form that Conan Ong is in, well, you'd back us against most players, I would think, or most teams, I should say. Very, very good work there from Mashagi. And, well, that will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And I think what we'll do is we'll come back for the Champions League, which is usually around here somewhere, isn't it? After the international break at the end of August, start of September. So that'll sort of incorporate the end of the transfer window as well. If you think of anything that we could do, let me know in the comments. But we'll come back somewhere around here for the start of the Champions League campaign. We'll do the group stage draw as well. And yeah, that will be for next time. Until then, though, guys, I've been Aussie Phil, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.